is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
There's just one place to celebrate our happy new model year. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Plus last chance savings on a 2024 RDX. $379 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com.
Oh, I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Welton Rayom has more than 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes. They're committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. Call them for a free consultation. 954-966-4646. At Welton Rayom, they don't get paid unless you win. Property damage claims to your home, business, or condo as a result of a hurricane. Welton Rayom can help. Water, mold, fire, smoke damage, Welton Rayom can help. Call 954-966-4646. After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
The lost city of Atlantis reveals its secrets at Toyota of Hollywood. Get legendary deals on over 2,000 Toyotas, like a 2024 Corolla. Not 24,000, 20,988. Unlock the wonders of 0% financing for 5 full years, 0 down. Rediscover Atlantis at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors and Custom Drywall can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray or Mike, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors and Custom Drywall, 305-345-3649 or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
The Crypto Bro Show is solely for entertainment purposes. Orlando Alzagari and his guests are not financial advisors or investments consultants. If you ever plan to invest, make sure you do your homework, talk to a professional, and understand investing is very risky and volatile. Good luck in any of your investments, and only invest what you're willing to lose.
Time to log into the blockchain and find out what's the latest in Bitcoin and crypto in our Crypto Bro Show.
Crypto Bros.
This segment brought to you by RM Contractors and Custom Drywall. Take your home or business to the next level with RM Contractors and Custom Drywall. Call Ray or Mike at 305-345-3649. You dream it, they'll build it. See their fantastic work on Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
Crypto Bros.
Here's the Crypto Bro himself, Orlando Alzugari.
All right. There we are. Oh, wait a minute. That's kind of funky there. There we go. That's a little better there. There we go. All right, we're ready to rock and roll. Yeah, that's kind of all right. That we'll do that. We'll rock and roll with that. Hope all is well. Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, you know, the Crypto Bro Show is one of those shows that can go at any time. That's why we kind of tell you to hit the notification bell. That way you know when someone goes live here on the platform. So if I go live or Sean goes live or something, we do something else down the line. You never know. But if it goes that way, you know right away. And the Crypto Bro Show is one of those where, you know, I kind of got to work it around my schedule. And today I couldn't work it early, which I'm kind of glad, because this kind of gives me a time to kind of recap the day. And then I'll probably do one tomorrow afternoon to kind of recap what goes on Friday. But man, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. And I'm not going to keep you guys here a long time. I'm going to try to get things through as much as possible, but man, there's a lot of positive stuff going on. And for, again, I just want to congratulate you all out there, because you hung in there, and this is where it's paying off. And these little dips here, like right now at this point in time, we're dealing with a dip. Okay, let's bring up the chart, and the Bitcoin chart, so you guys can see it right now. And all right, now let me, of course, get the thing out of the way here. But with the Bitcoin chart, okay, nothing to be, you know, concerned about or anything like that. 69,175. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is a support area right here. 68 through 70 is kind of a support area as it is, because remember of the recent highs. You went from 63 and then you went from 67. So here we are. We're in 69. We're going to get to 73 eventually and bust through that glass ceiling. It's going to happen. It's about to happen. But see, the way you've got to look at it right now is that all of these things, especially for the newbies out there, for those of you that have not gotten into Bitcoin, you know, this is your opportunity. If you don't believe it by now, I don't know what, and when you hear all the things that we're going to talk about now, and everything that's going on, the amount of powerful people, rich people that are getting into this, that are finding, they're all realizing we have people in that are attached to governments and banks and all of that. They're telling you about Bitcoin because they know the issues we have within our, economy, okay, and our dollar. Notice how neither candidate, and again, we're going to talk about either candidate if they're mentioning and talking about Bitcoin and all that kind of stuff, if they're in the news or crypto or all that kind of stuff, and we'll talk about it. And again, if you look at it, neither one is talking about how to bring down the deficit. Not one of them. Why? Because they can't do it. Let's be honest. I mean, it's just there's not something that there's no mechanism for them to be able to do that. That's why neither one of them are talking about. They all talk about their own issues and all that kind of stuff, whatever they think is their strengths in order to get in. You know what I'm saying? Whatever their strengths are, that's what they're talking. And that's it. None of them are talking. Why? Because they both are going to print. That's why we lean to Bitcoin. Because we know that they're going to flood the streets with more dollars like they all do, either side. And we're the ones that keep buying Bitcoin and our money keeps growing. That money keeps dying like every other currency in the world. So, there's so many positives. And so right now, this is a chance for you. You saw it at 72. This is a chance for you right here. If you're new, I'm not a financial advisor, as it says there, but I bought some myself now, just a little bit ago. Just a little bit, just throw it in there. What the hell? It doesn't matter to me. Dollar cost average, whatever it is. I have in my Swan account, I have a little dedicated every week. Every week. It doesn't matter where it's at, it's going to buy it. Because the way I look at it is, doesn't matter what I buy in this window. If I bought it at 16, which I did, or I bought it now at 69, which I am, it doesn't matter to me. Now, when it jumps to over 100 and now I start to separate church and state and say, okay, this is one bag. We'll start the other one at a different price and all that, and it'll be a lot smaller slices. Because they're so thin at that point, it's different. This is why now is the opportunity to take advantage of it. Because before you know it, it'll be at 140,000. And the person right now that's denying what I just said at 140, you're the same person that denied it when it went to 16,000. You would have never thought it was back at 70. So you were wrong then. How many more times are you going to be wrong? Bitcoin has survived now wars, and we may have more coming up. It has survived a pandemic now, which that doesn't happen to a lot of us in our lifetimes, okay? The last pandemic was way before my lifetime. I hope I never see another one in this lifetime. I hope my daughter never sees one in her lifetime. You know what I'm saying? So, but it survived it. It had survived every kind of economical disaster for the last 16 years. Because today, Bitcoin is celebrating its 16th year, which is a beautiful thing. The white paper came out 16 years ago. And for those of you that are Bitcoiners, you should actually read the white paper. This is Satoshi created it 16 years ago, and we are all blessed to have this now. Oh, I did the wrong thing there. Let me bring that back up again. Not that you're really going to read the white paper, but I bring it up because some of you have never seen it. Some of you have never read it. And those of you that haven't gotten into Bitcoin, that should be the first thing you do. It'll be confusing to a certain extent. You'll understand the basics of it. And then once you continue to watch this show or read and watch other shows that do a fantastic job of talking about Bitcoin and crypto. There's a ton of them out there. Okay. Ton of people out there that do a very, respectable job that are not trying to sell you stuff. That's the thing. I'm not going to do that here. Okay. We'll talk about it. I'll tell you the stuff I like, the stuff I'm invested in, the stuff I like, but I'm not invested in because I'm not rich. I'll tell you that. But I'm not going to be hawking stuff here because I'm not going to do that stuff. Okay. Just, I don't need to, the whole coin thing. I've seen what's happened. I don't need to do that kind of stuff. Hawking the coins. That's all right. We'll stay away from that kind of stuff. But I'll tell you the coins I like, the coins I don't like, by the way, if I know anything about it, by the way. If I know about it and I like it and you ask me about it, I'll tell you. If I don't know about it and you ask me, I'll tell you, hey, I don't know about it. I don't know. There's thousands of coins. There's no way I can follow thousands of coins. I have a life. Okay. I have a family. I have a life. I have another job that I do every day talking sports. But this has become one of my passions because I think it's incredibly important to help people out in understanding where our money is going and who is destroying our money and what you can do to kind of, save your slice of everything you work hard for, because you put it in a savings account and it's dying. You put it in a money market account and that's not even pacing with inflation. You think it is, but it's not. I mean, I don't have to really tell you. All you have to do is see the stuff that you're paying for. And it's going to get worse. Doesn't matter who wins, because they'll print more. So the money will be worth less. So you'll pay more for that Whopper. You'll pay more for that grill. You'll pay more for that car. It's just the way it is. You'll pay more for the commodities. You'll pay more for the house. It'll cost you more. It's the money is getting devalued. It's not that those things are increasing that much in value. It's that your money is shrinking in value because they keep printing it. And there's so much out in the streets. So, and it just rolls over and it hurts the next generation. What they've printed in the last 8 years is just absolutely killer for the generations to come. And that's just kind of the game they play, and we pay the price for that. But there is hope. And remember, you can support the show by making a donation, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. You can use those QR codes right there for Cash App. Here's the QR code for Venmo. You can send in your question, your comment, your compliment, your insult, all of that. We appreciate it. And for those of you in the States or out of the States, you can also use PayPal right there. And if you want to search PayPal because you can't use the QR code or whatever, you look for my name, Orlando Alzagari, and you'll see the Crypto Bro Show logo there, and you know that's moi. So good stuff. Always appreciate it, and we appreciate it. We appreciate Ray and Mike at R&M Contractors and Custom Drywall, proud sponsors of our program, and that's the reason why we work as much as we can to help you guys out. So 16 years ago, happy birthday to the white paper. Happy birthday to Bitcoin. And congratulations to all of you. I'm about to complete my 5th year. I don't know how long you guys have been in. More than happy to chime in. Those that are watching, appreciate it. Tell me how long you've been in it. Those of you that have been in a cycle now, you're the ones that really see a difference. The people that are in it for a couple of months don't understand it. The people that are in for 4 years or more, boy, do they understand it. And boy, do they take advantage of it, because they know what dips mean. Dips mean free money. That's what it means. Free money. Take advantage of it. Bitcoin, by the way, closed at its second highest monthly candle ever. Talk about serious ass momentum. And remember, FOMO has not hit in the retail, the average people. Those of you that are already in it and watching, you know already. But and there's a couple of you right now that are watching and learning and trying to dip your toe in all of that. But overall, they haven't gotten in. But all the institutional money, all the big money is the one that's FOMOing in right now. The rest of the world has not caught on yet, which is sad. Which is sad because that means the rich people are getting the inside track once again. That's why they're rich. That's why they're powerful. Those of us that are working stiffs and all that kind of stuff, we got lucky. How many times do us working stiffs get lucky and we get in before the smart, rich, and powerful? Like never? Like it doesn't happen? Just like in stocks, it doesn't happen? Same thing. Doesn't happen. And this opportunity, anybody can mine Bitcoin at home. Anybody can buy Bitcoin anywhere in the world. And right now, these are the best opportunities for it. Still incredible opportunities. And I don't know why people haven't taken, I don't know why the FOMO has not happened. And it's not about them pumping our bags. It's about the freedom that you're feeling, the freedom that I'm feeling. The idea that when you see our money grow and that money die, that's what you're sensing. And you want your friend, your family member. Come on. We all have friends and family members. We've tried to orange pill and they are just not biting. And you know they're going to bite when everybody else gets in. That's what's going to end up happening. It's just, and I'm telling you, if they close with the second highest candle ever, then, you know what's happening. Some good stuff is happening. And led, by the way, for those of us that are in it, it's led by a company named BlackRock. Larry Fink and the boys. Larry Fink, by the way, was not a believer in Bitcoin. He thought it was a joke. And now BlackRock, well, the total spot Bitcoin ETF volume has broken 3 billion. And BlackRock made 1.75 billion of it today. 3 billion today in the ETFs. I don't know who's selling. I don't get it. The dip that there's, I have no idea, but I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. I appreciate it. You want to dip? Great. Friend, I got a friend of mine that is just getting in right now. He got in today. And I told him, dude, perfect. You had a little dip here. It was at 72. It's going to bust out for the all-time high. Here it comes down. Take advantage. You got a free few percent. What is it right now? Where's Bitcoin? It's down 4%. You got a free 4.2%. You can start smoking any mo now. 4.2. 420. You got a free 420. Toke away. BlackRock, by the way, is buying 10,000 Bitcoin in a single day. Microsoft shareholders, they're voting to add Bitcoin to their balance sheet. Okay? Listen to me. You mine 450 a day, BlackRock is buying 10,000 in a single day. Microsoft they're going to vote to use their reserves to buy some Bitcoin. Come on. You got to be a moron not to do that at this point in time. MicroStrategy, holy moly. MicroStrategy, okay, yesterday, Michael Saylor announced he had to put together a meeting with the board and all kinds of investors and all kinds of other people that are interested, and they're going to raise $42 billion of capital to buy Bitcoin over the next 3 years. Remember, Germany sold $2 billion and we dropped $10,000 and bounced right back because people like you, people like me, and then all these whales bought it. Us guppies bought it, and those whales scooped it up. So they plan on, and they will raise the 42 billion because they have the numbers. They will show it to people that are very smart and invest, and they will show them what is going to happen because you will become remember, you don't even need to own a Bitcoin. I always tell people, go for 20 to 25% of a Bitcoin. If you can get there, you can really set your family up. Just think about it. If Van Eck thinks it's going to be 3 million in a few years down the line, well, then you do the math. If you own 1/5 or 1/4 of a Bitcoin, you own 1/5 or 1/4 of $3 million. That's not bad, dude. That's pretty good money for your investment. You just got to sit on it and give it a couple of cycles. Remember, we started the conversation. Those of you that have been in at least one cycle, you know exactly what's going on. Those of you that have not been in an entire cycle of 4 years, you know, you will not feel it complete like those that have already because you've gotten it earlier. 4 years from now, when it's 300, 400, 500,000, and you got in at 60 and 70 and 80, you're going to tell people in 4 years, be patient. I understand it's 400,000, but buy your slice and give it 4 years and your slice will grow. Whatever slice it is. If you own 5% of a Bitcoin, 2% of a Bitcoin, or 100%. Whatever it is that you end up buying at that time, whatever that person can afford. Because the mathematics are automatic. The mathematics answer exactly what that's why these people are doing it. That's why these people are doing it, named BlackRock. They're not stupid. They're not stupid. They know what the hell they're doing. How about Donald Trump? Donald Trump has talked about thinking of removing taxation on Bitcoin if elected. Now, whether you believe him or not, all politicians make promises, whether they can live up to it or not. He's made plenty that he hasn't lived up to as it is, right? Just like Biden, just like every other president, Obama, you name it, they all make promises that they can't live up to. Okay, so that's whatever. Politicians will say it. But whether he's a grifter or whatever, okay, that party is all in. So maybe they orange pilled him, or at least his sons orange pilled him. Whatever it is, he's constantly talking about the things that we want to see in Bitcoin. Regulations, fire Gary Gensler, you know, no taxes. I don't know if he's going to pull that off. That one's kind of, you know, I hope. Amen. It'd be great for all of us. But but the regulations we need, because once that settles, it explodes even more, because the other people that are nervous, that have money and that are smart and much richer and much more powerful than us, they're kind of waiting for the rules of the game. You know what I'm saying? And we'll talk about Immutable X, where that's not the rules of the game. And so all this sideways movement and the minor dips and all, these are all opportunities for you along the way. It's not frustrations. These are opportunities. Everything is bullish. So you have to embrace the power of accumulation. That's what you have to do. No matter who you are, if you're a guppy or a whale, you have to embrace the power of accumulation. This is your chance. You know it's going to go to 73. If you haven't been in at 69, you know you're going to pick up 4%. Bingo, there's a gift. And when it busts through that ceiling of 73.7, it's going to shoot to 80 right away. And you're going to feel great that you got it at 69 something and it's at 80. And now you're like really making some nice profits. And now you're kind of feeling. Now you're almost getting orange pilled. Now you're kind of understanding. But you got to give it some time. Now, here is, let me play this this video for you from MSNBC. and they are talking about Michael Saylor. Let me lower my volume here to make sure you can hear it properly.
Another name in the space to watch is MicroStrategy, surging in the month, up around 45% in October. The company also announcing it plans to raise $42 billion over the next 3 years to buy even more Bitcoin. That is basically the public equity play on Bitcoin maximalism, and has been for a while.
So, there you go. I mean, it just continues and it continues and it continues and it'll continue to build. And you know what I find interesting right now, if we look at the fear and greed index, we're sitting at a really comfortable zone right now. We're in good. We're at 75. I laugh at this. We've talked about this on the show in prior episodes or on my regular show when I used to really talk more crypto on that show. It is, to me, this is a joke. This is all crap to me. This means nothing to me. This usually is run by lettuce hands. Diamond hands don't give a shit about this because I had zero fear when it was at 16,000. Zero concerns. I had even more, a commitment to it at 16,000. I was even more orange pilled than ever because I saw it as the chance of a lifetime. Why? Because I embraced the power of accumulation. And the second you do that and you get Solana at $10, you embrace the power of accumulation. If you ended up getting Avalanche at $10 and $11, you appreciated the power of accumulation. If you got Chainlink when it got at its lowest of low, like $6, you embraced the power of accumulation. You didn't panic, you embraced it. Because that's what you're supposed to do. If you believe in it, then let those people be fearful. You be opportunistic, because that's exactly what it is. And those of you that bought Solana at $10, $11, $12, you're a freaking genius right now. It had 11 shutdowns that year. And in the dip, it ended up all the way down there. Look where it's at now, and it could go over $1,000. You embraced it, you win. Pretty simple, dude. You didn't panic. Caspa people are being tested right now. I don't know if it's going to survive. I don't know enough. I don't know enough about Caspa because I haven't seen enough built on it to know. And at times that scares me because that's kind of what Cardano had and still has. They don't have enough business on it, So you worry about those things. You see the potential, you see the roadmap, but do you see the results out of it, And those are the things that sometimes scare you in this thing. You got to see the business on it. The business on Solana is crazy. The business on Amazon is there, And so certain chains, they're showing the business that they have on it. Others, they still have to prove. You know what I'm saying? But the opportunities are there. Okay. And let me tell you something. When it comes to Bitcoin and the blockchain, it will end up connecting the world. Why? Bitcoin is the property that you don't have to maintain, like your house and your car. It doesn't cost you anything. They charge you in the bank to hold your money. It's your money. They're investing it all over the place, trying to make bigger money with it. They are not giving you shit on the profits. And then they're charging you to hold the money. That's a hell of a deal right there for them. Not for you, for them. Your money is devaluing and they're charging you to hold that devalued money. Now that's a bitch. Okay? This becomes more affordable for people because now they can walk around with 12 words in their heads. Nobody can do anything. Nobody can get it. Nobody knows what you have. Nobody can see it. You can move it around however you want, send it ever. You can go all over the world and just pop up anywhere, and you got your money everywhere. Doesn't matter. You can carry it. $100, 100,000, 100 million, 100 billion, 100 trillion, whatever it is you get to. It's a beautiful thing. Can't control it, right? No, can't control it as a government. Can't do anything like that. Can't manipulate it. It's immutable. It's a beautiful thing. And then it's also real easy. So these are and it can't be controlled by a government. It can't be diluted by a government. These are all absolutely amazing. And politics aren't involved. The world has to embrace Bitcoin. The world can't control Bitcoin because anybody can buy it and anybody can mine it. And that's the beauty of it, because it's free to the people. So that's why it's going to be successful. That's why it's been successful. It's around already for 16 years. And all it's done from 7 zeros behind the decimal, it's at $70,000. I don't know. I can't do the math more for you. You know what I'm saying? And it's the ultimate freedom, and it's going to be the way people are going to connect, and people are going to be able to make some money, and their money will not die. Instead of how hard they work for it, their money will grow. What a concept that is, huh? It's an amazing concept that your money can actually grow. So for me, that fear and greed index is a bunch of crap overall. Okay. What else do we have? MicroStrategy, by the way, flipped Coinbase. That's some crazy shit right there. Okay. MicroStrategy flipping Coinbase market cap. That's powerful. Okay. The US Bitcoin ETFs, they hit over 1 million Bitcoin stored. That's impressive. There's your list right there. There is your list. Awesome, huh? Impressive. 1 million Bitcoin right now they're sitting on. BlackRock has, let's see, what is it? 429,000. Grayscale 220,000. Fidelity 188,000. And then ARK has 850. 50,000. Bitwise 42,000, and so on and so forth. I just want one. Just one. That's it. Can you get one? Can you slide me one, pal? That's all I'm asking for. Just one. That's all. I'm not really asking for a lot. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, by the way, I think I forgot to go live on the sorry about Instagram. I went late live on it. I actually just hit it now. Instagram. That's what happens when you're running it by yourself and you don't have the great Sean Stanley by your side. He does have a family, so all right, again, not about politics. I don't give a shit. I'm talking about crypto. And again, whether he's pandering or not, I would like to wish our great Bitcoiners a happy 16th anniversary of Satoshi's white paper. We will end Kamala's war on crypto, and Bitcoin will be made in the USA. Vote Trump. There you go. You know that they wrote most of that for him. But listen, as a Bitcoiner, I like that they have to talk about it. It has to be an issue. And to me, that's a positive for all of us in the end. You know, that's where at least we see and like, hey, We're getting our message out there. And that's why there's billboards now in the streets above a Courtyard in Marriott. There's the Bitcoin logo and the white paper next to it. When did you ever think that you would see a Bitcoin logo and the white paper on its anniversary? It's freaking awesome. That's what's happening right now. It's called mass adoption. And people are finding out, and the financial institutions are the ones pumping your bags. Those of you that have been in Bitcoin for a year or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 10, God bless you. They're the ones that are pumping your bags right now. I don't know who the idiots are selling. That I can't answer, ladies and gentlemen. That one is kind of baffling to me that somebody would be selling at this point in time. That one, you want to freak out? You want to see one of the most impressive charts that you'll ever see. And this is MicroStrategy, okay? And we've talked a lot about MicroStrategy today. Look at this chart from MicroStrategy. Okay. Look at the Bitcoin that they've been acquiring. Since Q3 of 2020, they started accumulating and they bought 38,300 Bitcoin. From there, look at that graph. What do you notice about that graph? Even through the pandemic, they were accumulating. In the lowest of lows, they were still accumulating a lot of Bitcoin. And then look at what's happened now here in this last year, right here, basically, because it kind of goes from 140 to 152 and 158. So that's a nice jump because it goes 24, 29, 29, 30, 32, 40. So there you got an 8. Now you got a $12,000 jump. And then you got another 6 here. And then you went to 189,000. And then you went to 214. And then you went to 226. And we are in late October. We're at the end of October. And they're at 252. They still have November and December to purchase. They're going to go probably over 300,000 in this quarter. And they'll gain even more in the next quarter because they're going to raise $42 billion. Are you kidding me? If you don't see this, I don't know. I can't help you. I can't help you. It's just awesome. Outside of the Bitcoin news, we do have a little news with Solana. And those of you, we talked a little bit about those of you that got Solana when it went all the way down 10, 11 bucks, 12 bucks. But now, where is it? I'm sorry. Here we go. Canary Capital has officially filed for a Solana ETF. And this is the Ethereum one is going to take off. The Solana one is going to take off. Now, has the Ethereum one kind of been like a dud? Yeah, anything compared to Bitcoin is going to be a dud. Anything Bitcoin. Now, here's the thing. We haven't started the altcoin run yet. That's what people keep. Everybody talks, oh, well, the Ethereum, ETFs have been an absolute disappointment. Yeah, of course. You know why? They're not educated yet. They don't understand the power of Ethereum and everything that's built on Ethereum and everything that's already established on Ethereum. And it's only getting better and stronger and faster and cheaper to use and everything else. And it's also deflationary because you also burn Ethereum. So you have less Ethereum every day, every year. I mean, these are the things that a lot of you know it. A lot of you out there that follow it know it. Some of you that are getting educated, you'll learn. But then when they understand all the businesses that are being built on Ethereum and all the businesses that are going to start moving on to Ethereum to move all their businesses over, it's going to grow exponentially. And then you're going to have the altcoin run. And then that will affect the ETFs. And then that will then influence the ETF buyers. And once we have regulations after the elections, whoever is in, at least with the Trump side, you'll get regulations a lot faster because the Republicans are pretty much in place for it. The Democrats will put it in place, but it'll take a little time with Kamala, I would imagine, because that's just kind of the way it goes. But they'll be there. And once all the regulations get in, see, the problem is Bitcoin is already untouched. The SEC and everything else, they can't, it's over. That fight is done, dude. That's it. But we still have clarifications on the altcoins. So that's the thing that people don't understand and why the ETFs haven't completely exploded yet. But they will. But again, it's the power of accumulation. This is your opportunity to get ETH, stake it, earn 4% somewhere. This is your opportunity to get Solana, stake it, get 6 to 7% somewhere. So you have the product is growing and you're staking it, so it's working for you two ways. When the ETFs go full board, now it's working for you three ways. But that only happens if you get in now, so you can start taking advantage of the benefits as it grows. So you build your Solana stack, your ETH stack, you build your Bitcoin stack. That's the only thing that's stopping these things from absolutely exploding. And the Solana ETF is going to be big because the Ethereum ETF is going to be enormous. The only thing is we need regulations to clear the door for the altcoins. We just had right now Gary Gensler and these assholes go after Immutable X. Okay? They just went after Immutable X and filed a report on them, Wells report on them. Immutable X answered back with this action. The SEC is continuing to indiscriminately assert that tokens are securities. Regulation by enforcement has failed and will continue to fail. And I'm 100% there with Immutable X. That's all that Gary Gensler and the Biden administration with Janet Yellen and especially with Elizabeth Warren, who protects the banks like crazy. And so the banks know that crypto and the blockchain is a threat. You know, they know it. And so Warren has got her pockets heavy, and so she's protected, you know. So we've had all these roadblocks on that side. If Patrick McHenry was in charge, or Cynthia Lummis, or, you know, any of these Republicans, hell, Mo Khanna, right? Khanna, something like that. The California senator, he's a Democrat. He's huge. Ro Khanna, he's huge into Bitcoin. We need more like him. We need Shapiro, who I love in Pennsylvania. He's a Democrat. He's big into Bitcoin and mining and all that. Some get it, but there's not enough of the Shapiros and the Ro Khannas in the Democratic side. Whereas in the Republican side, there's a crap ton of them. So if Trump gets in, regulations will come faster and these things will explode. Even XRP will explode. That's what will happen. Even XRP will get an ETF. And that one will explode also because that one's tied to the banks. Why do you think XRP made all that donation to Kamala? What are we, stupid here? Who's tied? Which cryptocurrency is the closest tied to the banks? Duh, XRP. Who's been, you know, milking the banks? Who have they been milking? Some of these Democrats. Boom. 1 and 1 together. That's why Kamala got that donation from XRP. Come on, man. Let's not get stupid here. Politics are being played, just like Trump is playing politics, catering to us with Bitcoin. They do it too. And both sides play the game. I don't care about either side. I care about this side. I care about you guys. I see through all their bullshit, both sides. So I don't really care. You know what I mean? It's about us getting ahead. All right. Daniel Berry, thank you, sir. Appreciate you all out there. One-Eyed Jack, thank you. Roy, burn up. Bitcoin crypto is the future, and those who aren't in, what the F are you waiting for? Amen to that. Eric Nordstrom is a Doge guy. I won't be talking much about memes on this show because I don't really follow it enough. There's not enough substance behind it. It's really more of a gamble, and God bless you. I hope you hit on all of those. I just don't know which one to hit on. That's really I don't have real information there. So I cannot tell you about me investing my money, and I'm certainly not going to tell you that I'm going to do it and then you put your money in it. So nah. But good luck to any of you involved in any kind of dog with hat or Foxy or whatever it is. I know about them. I just don't invest in them. That's all. Vishal, thank you. TCTC, thank you. Need a 250K cycle top. We could. Vishal, if the greed that I'm expecting kicks in and the Arab nations and all that kind of stuff, the supply shock is going to be crazy. I'm expecting it. I really do. I think once the greed steps in and they truly understand how finite this asset is, I think that's going to kick in. Lisa Rose in the house. Thank you. Please, everybody, smash the like button and share it also with your friends. Justin says, I know this is a crypto show, but since we're talking about Saylor, got any thoughts on MicroStrategy shares? Go for it. Go for it. Look, buying the ETFs or MicroStrategy stock, it's all a great investment. Is it better than owning Bitcoin? No. Okay. Would I rather buy the Bitcoin and put it in my cold storage wallet and finito, it's over? I'd rather do that. But if you're not comfortable doing those things, then buying MicroStrategy stock or investing in IBIT or ARK investment or Fidelity's ETF, no brainer. And I'm not a financial advisor. No freaking brainer. I would not tell anybody not to do that. Definitely. But my number one thing is buy and store your Bitcoin. That's my number one suggestion. After that, you can do it, but it's not the same. That's all I would tell you. Big O, you are a Bitcoin pioneer. No, I'm not, dude. I'm only 5 years in. That's not a pioneer, you know. I am a orange messenger. Except I don't use the makeup like the candidate does. I'm the orange messenger without the makeup, in other words. Are the Jets losing at least? That's all I need to know. I don't want to talk sports, but are the Jets losing? I just let me, it's not a sports show, but I just want to know, are the Jets losing? And the score is, damn, they're winning. What a shame. Anyway, the world is not completely perfect. What can I tell you? Jake from the Pallet Town, good evening to you, sir. Don't usually catch you live. Thank you. But thank you for catching us. Bitcoiners of the future will look back on this show and say, damn, he was shedding light on the future when it was 16K. We were telling everybody at 16, I was laughing at everybody that was coming at me on the show, on my regular sports talk show that we do every day at 10 a.m. and we'll be on tomorrow morning. I was, but that's how it is. That's how it always is, But once, as I've repeated over and over, please look at what they're doing with our money. Understand how our money is being devalued. It's not so much about everybody else. It's about what's happening from within. Okay? Our last 4 presidents have printed $30 trillion. 6 by Bush Jr., 8 by Obama in 8 years. Both these guys did in 8 years. Trump did $8 trillion in 4 years, which is a record. We're waiting for Biden, which should equal it or just less or a little more. I don't know, but easily I'm saying 8. So there's like $30 trillion being printed by 4 presidents. And that's 30 more trillion that's out in the streets. And that doesn't help. That hurts us big time. And people have to understand that once you understand that and what's going on with our deficit, the credit cards, everything else that's going on, and then you look at Bitcoin and compare it. That's why I always tell everybody, you're not supposed to have a savings account. You're supposed to have a Bitcoin account. If you have a savings account, you're losing money every day. Your $100 this month is $96 next month. And then it's $89 the month after that. Whereas Bitcoin, the $100 could be $106 the next month and $116 the month after that. I mean, you do the math. 7 digits behind 0, 16 years ago. Now, 70,000. It's a hell of a swing. It's the kind of swing no asset class in the world has ever been able to accomplish. So your job, should you decide to accept it, is to find a way to accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible before the explosion happens. Because once the explosion happens, you will regret it every day of your life. So good luck out there. Keep stacking those sats, baby. Stay positive. We'll see you tomorrow.
This is the Big O Show.